What's up? It's the Matty Daddy Fantasy Affair. Quick hitters live stream. We're rocking and we're rolling. We're talking quick hitters, baby. Those fantasy players, you need to know the value. You need to know expectations and what we're going to get next year. So I made the call. I was like, guys, I need Dave. I need the Dynasty Dorks on speed dial. Hit my beeper up. Call Dave. Hot by. He's here, baby. Dave, what's going on, babe?
Hey, man. I'm psyched to be on the show. I love your stuff. And, I had a few guys that I wanted to talk about, and I had to go with my guy, Matty Stafford. There he is, looking clean. Hopefully they get rid of those white, like Long John looking jerseys, but the blue ones are fresh. But he's got a new town.
Fresh.
Yeah, he's got a new town. He's got new weapons, and I think he's someone that you should have on your fantasy team.
Dude, and that's kind of Stafford's that, number one overall pick from the Lions from Georgia. He's always had this sneaky upside, and he's produced, but he's also been on the Lions. He's been hurt. So let's start off with Stafford, and then we'll move on to the Rams. But Stafford, man, kind of fill us in on where we're getting up till now with his career.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford has always been kind of the poster boy for the late round quarterback. And for me, I always played, one quarterback leagues for a long time. And he was the guy I was always get him. And, me and my buddies do a Thanksgiving game, and they always say it's death, taxes, and Dave getting Matthew Stafford on his daily fantasy lineup. But Stafford, he's a gunslinger. He's not someone that's going to be running the ball and having that kind of an upside as far as the rushing upside. But this guy has an arm, and no matter who's out there on the outside, whether it was Calvin Johnson, whether it was Marvin Jones, or whether it was Danny Amendola, he still was able to produce at a high level. And he's never really had a creative play caller like he does now. And he's never really had obviously a Calvin Johnson, but right. He hasn't had that kind of weaponry in a while. Kenny Golladay missed a lot last year, and I'm sure we'll get into that. But Matthew Stafford, right now, he's a value. He's screaming value where he's getting drafted. He's the QB 18 in dynasty startups right now, and that's just too low.
Ooh, QB 18 with that quarterback. We see him always produce those quarterback one numbers, but the injuries, the Lions offense have been that issue. But it's, ladies and gentlemen, we're not on the Lions anymore. Couple first rounders down the road, and your boy Stafford and your boy McVay are all smiles. So, dude, we've got this brand new toy in Los Angeles, the Rams, man. That we've seen Kupp, we've seen Woods, all these sexy pieces, and you're walking into the new season. Let's just take a look at this lineup: Stafford, Akers, Kupp, Woods, the newly signed Deshaun Jackson and Higbee, man. So fill us in, Rams offense going into this next season. What are your expectations with Matt Stafford under helm?
Well, Matt Stafford is going to have one thing he's never had before, and that's a defense. And having a defense does help your quarterback in the fact that he's going to get the ball back. I don't know if any of you have, you have a quarterback on your team and you're watching the game and you're like, defense, just please make a stop so you can get my guy the ball back. And your guy's just standing on the sideline drinking Gatorade, eating sunflower seeds, and you're like, come on, man. Defense can't make a tackle. They can't stop on third down. And it's all the time with the Lions. And you'll see probably less volume, but you're going to see more efficiency. And he's not only does he have one weapon, he's got multiple weapons. He's got a running game, and he's got an X factor, and that's Sean McVay. And we've seen what Sean McVay can do when the Rams were rolling. Fully expect that to happen again. And if it can happen with Goff, who is not as good as Matthew Stafford, sky's the limit for Stafford.
Dude, and you've kind of mentioned we were talking pre-show about Woods, about Cup. This ADP on his weapons haven't changed from Goff to Stafford. So even though we're talking Stafford, this Rams offense in general is screaming hot buy, right?
Yeah, yeah. I was actually pretty shocked when I was, I'm doing my drafts and you can get Woods and Cup. Like I'm a guy that likes to get running backs early. And in your super flex leagues, you're going to have to get your quarterbacks early. So with Stafford, I've been getting him in the 4th or 5th round as my second quarterback. And then in the 5th or 6th round, you can you can team him up and stack him up with Woods or Cup. So I don't know if you like Woods or you like Cup better. Cup is the cheaper option right now. Woods is going in the middle of the 5th. Cup's going in the 6th round. When you're getting those kind of guys in the 6th round as your wide receiver 2 or 3, they can put up wide receiver 1 numbers. It's just you're making money over fist.
There you go. So we have Stafford sitting in our laps. We see what he has. The upside is there. So let's talk trade value, man. For a team that's competing or in dynasty, we're always worried about age. We're worried about injury. So say you're a team that's a piece away, or say you're a rebuilding team. Let's kind of handle this from both ways. Let's start with a team that's competing. You've got Stafford, you've got Baker. Who are you taking over these two? Is it worth trading Baker Mayfield to go after Stafford in those QB1 weeks?
I think so. I know that Baker had a much better second half of last year. They expect to get Odell Beckham back. And I'm not going to say the offense is better without Odell Beckham, but obviously it seemed that way. But Baker Mayfield, doesn't really offer you the same upside that Stafford does. He's a QB2, and on his best weeks, he's a high QB2. He might have had one or two QB1 performances last year. But I'll take Stafford over Baker if I'm trying to put my team over the hump.
Over the hump. Sometimes age is a distraction. You want that upside, but you want the consistency that you'll get with those QB1 weeks.
And ironically, it's what the Rams did. I mean, Goff was there, and they wanted someone that was going to get him over the hump. But Goff's taken him to the playoffs. He's taken him to the Super Bowl.
Right.
But they wanted to upgrade, and that's what they did. They went and got Stafford.
All right. Speaking of upgrades, you're a rebuilding team. Dave, you've just had bad luck, brother. You've had Stafford. He's been hurt. You're kind of like, oh, man, he's at the Rams. Is this the time to sell? Or do I hold on and just hope he doesn't get hurt? But you're sitting there at 109, 110. Mac Jones is available. He's on the Patriots. He looks like the starter for the foreseeable future after at least midway through this year. And you do have Stafford. You've had that roller coaster. So from a dynasty aspect, a rebuilding team, are you settling for Mac Jones if you're a Stafford owner, or are you holding out for more?
I'm holding out for more. Mac Jones he's not going to offer the upside. I know that Mac Jones, he's potentially going to be the quarterback for the Patriots here. And I would say probably before week 8, he is the quarterback. But he's going to have some really high touchdown numbers and some really low interception numbers to be able to be, a high producer. Stafford is not 45 years old. He's still got a few years left in him, and I'm playing my dynasty leagues in 3 to 5 year stretches. If you make that move, you need more. If you're going to go and get Mac Jones at 9 or 10, I need a future first to go with that, or I'm not doing it, or it's really kind of an even trade. I know you're getting years because you're getting Mac Jones for, he's younger, but Stafford's not old enough that I see it as a fair value.
So I think that's one thing we've kind of taken away from the Baker offer, from the Mac Jones offer. Stafford's just scratching the surface of what he could provide if healthy. He's got this new system. This is the time to go buy this guy. We don't see him finishing up after this year. The Rams spent plenty of capital to get this ball rolling. So go out and buy Matt Stafford from the quick hitters. Before we get out of here, Dave, you got dynastydorks.com. You do your rankings. Give us Stafford's ranking for you heading into this season.
He's my QB 10. So before I said he's going as the 18. He's my QB 10. There's a lot of flux right now with Deshaun Watson and Aaron Rodgers. It's really hard to rank those guys right now. Obviously, there's some guys that have rushing upside that you just have to put over Stafford. But I feel like he's the perfect late round quarterback in your one quarterback leagues, and he's the perfect QB2 in your super flex leagues.
Quick hitters. I am the Maddie Daddy Fantasy Affair. This is Dave from Dynasty Dorks bringing you that Matt Stafford madness, baby. Till next time.